What do you want out of a career? Everyone, money, fulfillment, joy, excitement, hard work, stability, ability to live and maintain your livelihood? I guess that is the number one question. What do you work for? What are you working towards? What are what is your everyday? Why? Why do you do it? Why do you get up at 7? Why do you not? Why do you, all those things? What are you waiting for? I'm not waiting for anything. Why don't I just, go for that bigger promotion? But I don't know if I really want to. What is the reason why you want to have a career and a job? Um, what are those reasons? I think, for a lot of us, it is livelihood and, bringing in the income. That's number one. That's the number one reason. Not saying that everything is about money, but at the same time, we're not going to sit here and ignore the fact that it costs a lot to live and that, having money and having comfortability is something that most people do actually, want. They want to be able to be comfortable. And of course, there are different levels to what each person's idea of comfortable means, but no one is looking for, the most dire situation, right? So the the more comfortable, the better, right? You want your children to be comfortable. You want your family to be comfortable. You want yourself to be comfortable. You want to be able to maintain, while you are here on this earth in adulthood. And that is a wonderful, top reason. Um, so while you're looking at that, do you also look at how I'm going to get there and how can I make the first step towards the next level of myself? Do you think about how much money you want to be making? I think that's an important question that a lot of people don't actually ask themselves while they're younger, um, because there are paths to success. And while there are outliers that people do have, and especially today, there's all kinds of way to promote yourself and to get yourself out there and get yourself, in business and doing well and thriving. And I'm not taking away from any of that. But there is also a more standard way of success in the corporate side of the world. So if you are young or if you are wanting to pivot and make a different career move right now, are you looking for, well, what exactly is the amount of money that I want to be making? How how can I make X amount of money? How can I generate that? What path should I take right this second to ensure that I will um, work hard and get to that exact amount or above? Abundance. Abundance and above is what you know, what we wish for everybody. If you're not looking at it that way, you should. Not saying that you aren't like, okay, I have this stair step where I can go up this much, and then it's going to take me another 3 steps to get up to this much. There's nothing wrong with the long game. There's nothing wrong with having things that span out over time. It is about building those blocks to get there and to decide that your table is going to be built of wood. And on that table, you are going to have such and such a kind of feast on it. And you're going to eat. You're going to sit, you're going to invite, you're going to eat. But you have to first, before you have the table and before you can have the meal on the table for your whole entire family to sit around, you have to design the table. And you have to what? Get the wood, chop down the wood, get it stained. There's a whole process, sand it, cut it. All those types of things have to happen. Nails and everything, down to little nails, has to happen before that table is ready and assembled for you to actually utilize on a day-to-day basis. So that's the path that you need to look at in your career. If you need, more money than a student that might have their parents to fall back on, then the career path that you choose needs to have that kind of return on investment. Okay? You want a return on your investment. So what are you investing in? You. You are investing 100% in yourself. That means reading, writing, arithmetic, learning courses, going through school, gaining all kinds of knowledge in whatever arena and area that you are actually working in or want to work in or thinking about working in. It is really about gathering that knowledge and then being able to set into place some steps and some goals, some deadlines for yourself to be able to work to a sustainable level, a level that you want to be at. And because once you get to that you are sustaining and you're doing good, you're right there, you're staying afloat, your head's over water, you can then begin to look at the steps that will take you higher than that. But you have to begin with, where do I want to start? That's where am I going? A lot of us do not get in the car, and I know I do sometimes, right? And just go on little drives and things like that. But for the most part, when I get in my car and I'm using my gas to go somewhere, I do know the destination before I actually get in my car. Now, again, sometimes I'm just going for a nice Sunday stroll around in my vehicle, and I just want to see the sights, and whatever corners I go around is just fine with me. But if I don't have a destination every single time I get in my vehicle, if I don't know if I'm going to be on E or if I'm, going to still have a full tank when I leave out of my driveway because I have zero destination and zero plans for the day, then that's something I can do, but it won't be beneficial to any one cause, if that makes sense, right? It will not be anything that I've gotten, accomplished. So if you want to accomplish, it starts with, before you get in the car, doing your research. I know that I want to go to Target because I've been to Target 100,000 times. I know what I want from there, wherever it is, right? Whatever place that you've been to, we know that we want to go to, McDonald's because we know what they have and we know we want it. That's how we know, right? So that's how we get in our car. We think about it for a second. We hop in our car, we go to the local McDonald's and we order. And it's that simple. And accomplished, voila. McDonald hands us the stuff out of the window and we drive off. Boom. So you have to look at it the same exact way when you were talking about yourself and your career. Um, and I think both of them are extremely important. you first, being the self that you are, but also making sure that when you do work, you are working for a purpose and a cause that is beneficial to you. This is a give and take. It's not just, oh my goodness, you have the upper hand and I'm just so happy to work for you for the rest of my life for 25 cents. Now, there's fairness and there's, being a good employee, but there's also you and the growth that you have to decide that you want and that you're going after to be able to begin to formulate in your head how you can move to the next level in your life and in your career.